Good evening, dear friends, and welcome to day 112 of A Poem a Day for 2026. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I finished work early. I did a half day today, even though I have ended up still losing time this afternoon. I managed a couple of bits. Sleep was very elusive last night. And I am unsurprisingly shattered. Thankfully, I was able to cross off many of my to-do tasks on my little whiteboard in the kitchen last night. So I'm hoping that the two tasks I still have remaining I can do after I finished recording this. It's about 5 o'clock, or just before. And then I can hopefully, touch wood, get to bed at a more reasonable hour. We'll see. So yeah, that's the general plan. Time will tell. But since I am recording now to try and give myself more uninterrupted time, let's get straight on with the poetry. Okay. So we have a piece today entitled The Woodspurge, and it's by an author called Dante Gabriel Rossetti. And our blurb reads as follows. Dante Gabriel Rossetti was the brother of Christiana Rossetti, whose poetry appears earlier in this book. I thought I recognised the name. The poem recounts the movements of the narrator's grief, first like a billowing wind, next quiet and still. Sitting perfectly still in his state of grief, all thoughts like the wind are dropped. When he stirs from his spell, he finds himself doing nothing more than staring at a woodspurge, a type of wildflower that flowers from April to June. So, this is The Woodspurge by Dante Gabriel Rossetti. The wind flapped loose, the wind flapped still, shaken out dead from tree and hill. I had walked on at the wind's will. I sat now, for the wind is still. Between my knees my forehead was, my lips drawn in, said not, alas. My hair was over in the grass, my naked ears heard the day pass. My eyes were wide, had the run of some 10 weeds to fix upon. Among those few, out of the sun, the woodspurge flowered, 3 cups in one. From perfect grief there need not be wisdom or even memory. One thing then learnt remains to me. The woodspurge has a cup of 3. I often find myself lost in grief. Grieving isn't linear. For my nearly 39 years, I have lost quite a few people. And I don't have a particularly big family, so it's not that. The quite sad thing is I've lost quite a few people around my age, in various ways. So, and it's not so much stuff like people I went to school with. It's friends I made after school. I think there's only one person who I'm actually still in contact with that I went to school with. And we don't talk very often, but we are still in contact. Lovely lady. And so these are all people who were kind of formative in that bridge between teenage years and adulthood and beyond. Yeah. Friends forged in first jobs, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And even though they weren't people I'd known since childhood, there's still people that have been in my life for some of them. One of the most recent people I'd lost back in 2024. We had been friends for 20 years. Incredibly close. I've mentioned her before. I miss her dearly, bitterly, and I think about her pretty much every day. I often, and it's largely because of the ADHD, I have a very drifty, floaty mind. I just sometimes mid-sentence I'm just gone, and it's not like, oh, squirrel. It's just I just lose my thread and I'm away. And I find that my mind drifts to people and thoughts of those who are no longer here. I'm thankful that we had adventures and fun and made many memories. And she was an incredible tattoo artist, this lady in particular. An award-winning tattoo artist, and I wear much of her work on my body. So I am frequently reminded of her as I look at myself. Not to mention, I have much of her physical artwork on my walls around my house. And thankfully, many of my memories are of things we did. So that's what crops up often, but the loss is there. And it's kind of luck of the draw. I don't know what's going to crop up as a thought when I think of her. Things are hard. I'm still appreciative of the journey that we're going on with these pieces of poetry and prose. It's kind of therapeutic. I think I will leave it there. I hope I haven't brought anyone down or been too maudlin. And if, of course, any of you are sitting with any kind of grief, big or small, it's all relative. I hope you are navigating your way through in as gentle a way as possible and giving yourself that time to grieve. Giving yourself that space to grieve, rather, because there is no time limit on grief. It's tricksy. It sneaks up when you least expect it. Here's hoping that we all have a peaceful evening and a restful night. Until tomorrow, dear friends, I wish you a very good night.